All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. It has been 2 long years, and we've significantly pruned our cast. We're finally coming back to Free League Publishing's Tales from the Loop / Thing from the Flood.
Woo!
Disregard the game that you saw about a year back where we tried to do this with just Shay and a brand new cast. That definitely didn't happen for all of the 2 episodes that I could have the players bother to show up before abandoning Shay. It was pretty sad. That never happened, and they definitely didn't leave her to die. But in place of our Deadlands Reloaded game, apologies if you came here expecting cowboy communists, our storyteller, of course, had to accept the responsibilities of a grown man. And he has a job now, and we are so proud of him for working. Which means I have to stop being a player and return to Forever GM. But it's fine, because for some reason we convinced Felis to stay.
I just like playing games and hanging out with people.
Yeah.
And hey, buddy, I'll do a one-shot for you where you get to do all the TTRPG stuff. Get the murder innocents.
That's really more of a joke, because basically it's about a 50-50 right now since I run on
that's nice.
Since I run on other channels. Used to be a year ago it would just be me, and then Shay was nice enough to pick up some slack, and now I've branched out. But yeah.
Then offer revoked. Go fuck yourself, I guess.
Exactly. You piece of shit, how dare you even complain?
Yeah.
All we had to do was sign a contract, no communism take over this game, and everything.
I signed nothing.
You signed nothing.
No, we had to sign one for you.
Well, it doesn't apply to me.
Listen, so, thing is, though, there is still, communism in this world, because it's the year 1990X, and for the life of me, I can't remember what year we're assigning this to, but we'll eventually slap a number on the end of that. But for right now, it's just the 90s. Bear with me for just a moment, because I'm going to get our notifications out. Where is the one I need for this?
Well, unless it's 1991, the USSR doesn't exist in the 90s.
That's fair.
It exists in our hearts.
It exists in our hearts. You don't think the weird Nordic girl you got hauling around with you ain't gonna do some shit?
It's gonna be weird when you walk into the red room, and it's not a red room because it's special. It's a red room because it's where the communist flag hangs.
Yeah, look, she can be incredibly socialist because she's Swedish, but I just goofed.
What?
I just goofed.
What?
Abort.
I won't be a communist. Jesus Christ!
The red room kicked me out.
You destroyed us.
It's not a.
You see what happens when you disrespect us, comrades.
It's not a first session game if there isn't technical difficulties of some kind. Oof! I was trying to find a channel, the post your stream in a certain channel, and I clicked the voice room accidentally instead.
I've done that before.
I got yeeted into oblivion.
Jeez.
Yeet.
So a little fun fact: I keep a Taroka deck from Curse Strahd on my desk because I have it. So I started pulling cards before sessions, and we got the Horseman. Can't really see it, and it means death. Yeah, in the game, it either means you have to resurrect someone or team up with an assassin. So it's not good things.
I will keep that in mind. It's definitely not going to come up in game here. Nobody certainly is going to die. Haha, cough.
Well, good thing you're the one who drew the cards.
Yep, that's true. It does mean that somebody you love and care about will die. Sorry, Ashley.
Well, shit.
Not again.
Not again. Not like this. Oh wait, I can't make that reference yet.
I mean, you can. It might not be applicable at the moment.
That's fair.
Yeah, just one person pounds from the future and try to hide it, but not very well. But no one gets it because the future hasn't happened.
this is off topic, but I just realized in both our Dragon Heist games, during the rooftop chase, there has been a horse on fire.
Yeah, you set a horse. Oh no, Dido set a horse on fire. Just a completely random horse.
What are you letting her get up to?
She fucking Molotov cocktailed a noble's carriage.
Look, I'll play devil's advocate for half a second. We didn't know the noble was in it. We just saw devils fly in, and she's like, "Huh!" and threw it through the window. Tried to throw it through the window.
I do like the devils fire. It's like
I'm like, I have
Everybody
one.
but the devils die.
Hey, look, when you have a Molotov cocktail, you're gonna want to use it.
Yeah.
You're gonna find an excuse to chuck that thing somewhere.
It was a fun scene though, because they threw it on the carriage, freaked the horse out, and it started running through a crowd of people because there's a festival going on.
Oh,
Chaos.
People are wearing masks. I'm surprised there's not more people on fire at that point from all the masks going up.
That's true. All right. So, the first episode has a great bit of bookkeeping to go over. Something that also should be explained for the way most Free League publishing games, and especially this one, goes, is there are some things that are done in a scene by scene basis. Things from the Flood, of course, is a alternate future 90s where the matching loop foundations built in Sweden and the Americas respectively suffered a catastrophic environmental disaster, resulting in a brackish water that caused anyone who came into contact with it to become sick, and roughly 90% of the population died. Topical for our current day and age. You are children who had to grow up during this incident that happened not so long ago. Your lives have been dramatically altered because of that, because you belong to the American town Stillwater, where the Loop Foundation had been built to service the scientists and scientific innovations. Important things to note about that as an alternate future. Because of the super colliders that were built, technology started to flourish to a degree that we would see in 80s and 90s sci-fi movies. Hoverboards, robots, various technologies existed alongside the more commonplace things. You still had your big clunky Apple computers with the keyboard built in, or shitty 8-bit graphics. Things like that worked coincide with the fantastical of the science fiction. For our teens, anything that you see that is weird or scientific extraordinary for us is very commonplace for them. It's not weird to see a robot walking the streets. It's not weird to see, grav ships moving things around. The difference from the 80s to now in the 90s is a lot of that technology is failing, and so it's more common to see remnants of the golden age that was the decade prior, and you're slowly on the decline. There is also some principles that we will cover for the game. There used to be 10 in Tales from the Loop. This time there's only 6, and I will go over them every session just so that everybody's in the right mindset and headspace for the way this kind of game is going to work. So principle number 1, everything changes, everything falls apart. Everything you used to depend on is changing, tearing at the seams. The crisis has put your parents out of work, and the Loop has been sold by the state-owned Reksingerig to Craftacorp. Craftacorp will exist both in America but Rexinurgi is the Swedish equivalent of the Loop Foundation that is in America. Krafta bought up both. It serves as a private corporation, and now they are the ones that are handling the areas around the two super colliders, and it's largely deemed off limits for the civilians. Number 2, everyday life is full of demands, boredom, and conflict. So you're still teenagers, and as teenagers you have the wonderful responsibility of being transitioned between children and adults. Your parents expect things from you. Magazines are full of beauty ideals that you feel your own standards can't live up to. Boyfriends have begun implying that they can't wait any longer to go all the way. Classmates think that you're someone you are not. The news is full of images of war, starvation, natural disasters, the typical things of the 90s. Number 3, the mysteries are exciting but dangerous, and only you can stop them. Much like Tales from the Loop, the adults are largely out of reach. It is your responsibility as the teenagers to be able to get out there, figure out what's going on with the mysteries that happen within your town. But unlike in Tales from the Loop, the kid gloves are literally off. If you all take any lasting injuries, you can your character can be removed from the game, whether that means death, incarceration, moving away, hospitalization, things like that. The kids were largely immune to death, but you are not. Number 4, you are neither kids nor adults. As I said, you are somewhere in between. The comfort of your parents as a child is no longer there, and you're no longer being treated like a baby, and you also yearn to have the freedom of an adult that you can't seem to get from them. Number 5, I already went over it. The game is played scene by scene. So we will be doing a lot of movie transitions, jump cuts. There will be a lot of time for you all to role play and handle things, but the scenes jump largely from your mundane lives and then into the more important mystery stuff and the things that are happening. And finally, number 6, the world is described collaboratively. While I am the GM director, I'm responsible for setting the scenes and telling the stories, but I do and will, of course, pose questions to you all to help build the world. So feel free to stretch your imaginations if you have ideas of what the areas look like around you or who's there within the scenes. Feel free to add those things in when asked. So don't be afraid to jump in and help collaborate. Any questions before we move into the next thing?
Nothing for me.
Not really, no.
Shay?
I think I'm good.
All right. So, why don't we largely just introduce yourselves as players, and then for the audience, tell us who your character is and what their team type is. Why don't we start from the top down with Shay?
Hello everyone, I'm Shay, and today on Things from the Flood, I will be playing Ashley. Ashley Teravana Preston. I am a rocker, have my own band called the Utensils. I once used a spoon to combat a killer robot when I was a child. 13 years old, I think.
Great.
That has...
Keep it short.
Huh?
Keep it short, just introductions.
Okay, that's it.
Moving down, BB, who are you? What's
Hello.
your character type?
My name's Frost. I'm playing BB. He's a hacker.
All right. Short and sweet, to the point. Dropping it down finally. Felis.
Hi everybody, I'm Undead Fearless. I am playing Signa Jormsson, a immigrant from Sweden, and I am the Motorhead. I like machines.
Motorhead.
Yeah. I'm the Donatello. What you gonna do about it?
What's your price for right to deal? Sorry. That's not how that song goes. It's fine. All right. Well then, let's get started. Don't think there was anything else I needed to go over. Like I said, this game has a lot of bookkeeping stuff. Oh, we do have one more thing. It is the we didn't go over. Well, that's weird. Okay, we didn't go over during the session 0 the group questions. I know it got posted, but we should establish it out loud for the world, so we can put those truths out there. Let's see, where is the flood chat? Why am I not able to find it all of a sudden?
I don't know, but I do believe in you.
There we go. I found this. Okay. So, that was the question for the teams. We don't need to go over those out loud. The questions for the group then is from the group, who takes charge in the group?
Mostly Ashley.
Yeah.
Everybody's in agreement with that?
Because I believe she's the oldest one out of all of us.
Okay. What keeps you all together?
What did we write?
Let's see. We had the list somewhere, but I think
It's a shared interest in technology.
Shared interest in technology. Okay. What do you all fight about?
Robotics when it comes with that to Ashley.
Yeah.
So, you all fight about Ashley and their love of technology.
And usually BB hates that Cigna's much a lot of paperwork, not all electronic like it should be to them.
How is your friction affecting you? And that's a friction with a capital F.
Not really affecting us yet, I don't think. I think we're still pretty new.
not. Well, I would say like not overtly yet.
It's,
Yeah.
it's nothing that
probably-
lasts too long or too much right now.
Yeah,
Why don't we define what the friction is as well?
Friction. What page is that on?
Oh, that's who the cranberries are. Got it.
Page 66.
Sorry, I was watching another things from the Flood game to kind of get ideas, and one of the characters was obsessed with the cranberries, and I was like, I know who they are. They're the people who sing Zombie. And so it was like, who are they? It's like, okay, now I get it.
Well, there we go.
So, page 66, friction. Teens are friends who stick together to resolve mysteries, but there's always friction with the group, creating conflict, drama, and secrets. And it's like decide together what the friction is at the moment. You can change between sessions, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's a good idea, along with going over the principles of the game, that we will also go over these group truths every session to see if anything has changed.
I like that.
I think that'll be fun, especially since your friction can change, because you're teenagers. Your dynamic is not going to be static.
Yeah.
You should be malleable and chaotic. So, you've got a couple friction themes here. Anything jump out that might be where you're starting frictions with me?
Examples are love, sexuality, rivalry, unfair behavior, malice, misunderstandings, theft, cowardice or fear, weakness, crime.
I would say, because of the things we discussed earlier last week, is that I know that Cigna wants to build her own robot, and she can't really do that around Ashley, which she finds annoying because she wants to talk to BB about it, and if she's hanging out with BB, she's hanging out with Ashley.
For Ashley, the theme is probably fear in that case.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with fear then for now. The next one is, how long have you all known each other?
Freshman year, it says.
You all have known each other since the start of high school. All right.
So, I think BB and Cigna started the same year. Because he showed up and started to go to that school, met Cigna.
All right, and so BB and Cigna are both 16. Ashley is 17, so she's a year ahead of you. Got it. Okay.
Like half a year.
Still enough to be a grade higher. Unless you want to say that you're all in the same class. Are you all in the same class? You're only a year older.
I would leave that up to Shay to decide.
I have to think back on high school classes now.
That was 17.
Because if BB and Cigna are into like technology and all that stuff, maybe they're ahead a year.
Yeah,
That's
maybe they're in
fair.
advanced placement.
You might be.
Now,
No, yeah, that makes sense.
Now, if it were the 80s, that might be true. But you're in a rundown town that may not have the ability to really put y'all ahead. But I think that's fine. So you're all saying that you're juniors then, not sophomores?
Yeah.
All right. Next question. What makes you all laugh?
We put down fart jokes.
That was you guys.
Yeah, because you didn't say anything else.
So, Ashley, what makes you laugh while you're with the group?
Just being, just kind of like simply hanging out with friends and not worrying about anything like killer robots or conspiracies or playing music. Just things that make her happy.
I was gonna say not talking about killer robots makes you laugh. Got it. Okay.
Well, that was part of the whole.
Mm-hmm. What secrets do you share?
Ashley, do you want to go?
Ashley was at ground zero when it happened.
BB had family working there when it happened.
Cigna's mother, after it all happened, was admitted to a mental hospital.
I like that we just all said when it happened.
Yeah, well,
I mean, yeah.
when the flood happened. The titular flood. Excuse me.
Next up is who dislikes your group?
We kind of just have like a catch-all of like the kind of preppy rich kid bullies that are always there in schools. Principal, and probably some of the teachers' pets that don't like them hanging out together all the time.
Yeah. We're slightly like, we're not the rebels, but we're like the close enough the school has to rebels, so everyone thinks of us as that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though
the school's so lame, we're the closest thing to being the weird, cool pop, rebel kids.
We're the tough kids. Just like got a nerdy Swede, a fucking random kid, and a traumatized guitarist.
We're the Dollar Tree rebels.
Yeah.
And knock off Goonies. All right. And how about who is in love with who? If it's not something you want to share, you could just say redacted.
As it literally does say redacted.
I have that for an answer too.
No, literally the thing. I'm gonna leave that up in the air for now.
All right, it's up in the air for now.
Personally,
Ashley,
I don't know what else.
Ashley have an answer?
Ashley feels like she's a jinx and probably doesn't deserve people right now.
Alright. I just needed to save something real quick from Felis to my own notes.
Mental trauma. Oh, for later.
Mm-hmm. Trauma.
That's for me. Saving that somewhere where I can have it. Alright. There was another thing I had that I wanted to cover before we jumped in full on. There was some timeline stuff. I just wanted to give us the alternate history timeline recap. I wish everything wasn't so spread out. All right. Oh, they have stuff listed all the way up to 2001. That's interesting. So there's a couple major events based on if we wanted to play anywhere between 1990 to early 2000, but that's not really important because y'all don't know any of that because it hasn't happened yet.
I'll ask that question after the stream.
Yeah. So, it is established that 1994 is when northern Fringso in the Malaran Islands is evacuated after water from underground loop tunnels flood the island. The same thing happens on the opposite side. 1995, so it's largely considered in the winter of 94 is when it happens. So it probably takes a little bit of time for the disaster to hit the Americas. It's listed in 95. We're going to change the location because we're not using the Boulder city that exists here, but it is called, in this case, the Hoover Dam at the mouth of the Colorado River collapses. Water floods the desert as well as the U.S. loop connected to the dam. Scientists drown and it causes the incident on the Americas side. So basically, scratch the Hoover Dam part because you guys are in the northeast tri-state area, air quotes. It's not an established, but it's that generic backdrop tri-state area of northeast New England-y type area. So when the Loop Foundation in Sweden collapses, it also collapses the Super Collider in Stillwater, which ends up causing the flood for you all as well.
Mm-hmm.
Also an important thing to note, since it is fairly pertinent even as a joke, in 1993, a group of Russian AI robots declare an independent nation.
Good for them.
They are wiped out by the army. After an android terrorist attack in Moscow, AI is outlawed. Robots are persecuted throughout Russia. Most are caught and destroyed, but some make it out of the country.
Oh no.
Less good for them. Shit.
Yeah, no, I wanted to let that feeling of hope sink in, and then just remind you that Russia is pretty awful in the 90s. It's like, nope,
Yeah,
they
no.
killed all the robots. But to be fair, terrorism, silly robots. All right, now that we can get started properly, 30 minutes of getting all of that background stuff. We'll make it much faster next session, I promise. So, it is 1995. That is our established 1990X, 1995, because 94 is when the loop collapses. It is the first week of school. You all have come back after some time away doing whatever various activities you found yourselves in over the summer break. Recovery from Stillwater's environmental incident is still underway. Old homes have been declared unlivable. A lot of people have passed away from illnesses caused by exposure to the floodwaters within the area that the Loop Foundation was based on. Large portions of the town are fenced off and declared unlivable in evacuation zones. A few people forced to relocate, have to find new homes, residences, employment, but it is a generally dour mood for most people still within the city. I will start us off from the top down, again, to kind of keep it simple. Ashley, you find yourself in the homeroom class first thing in the morning. What did your summer look like?
The collapse was a year ago.
The collapse was in December. It's August now, so it has been less than a year.
Okay. My summer was earlier in the year. It was spent in an emergency move because my parents' house would have been within that flood zone, so we were forced out, especially with my stepdad being the head of security there, or a security there. The rest of the summer was probably very it was probably just a lot of bottled agitation, I think, because Ashley is a little bitter that most of her childhood friends have all moved away, and she just feels. I think she felt a little abandoned and got a little more. Got a little more troublemaky, like sneaking out more and just trying to be alone and figure out her own emotions. But the music always kind of helped. She's in a better. I think she's been looking up to her stepdad much more. The past few years, so probably take some time to hang out with him every once in a while, and usually jumps at any opportunity to play her music. I think actually probably played at several parties and stuff throughout the summer with her band. the band, the utensils. Um, and she still plays her drums early in the morning, but it's not like that obnoxious like I'm being loud to annoy everyone like it used to be. It's more gentle.
Great. BB, what did your summer look like?
Very hectic. There was a lot of moving, a lot of traveling. Settled down maybe for a couple weeks at a time before moving somewhere else because nothing ever felt right. After everything, they were trying to find somewhere kind of as far away as you can get from it. No success. And who he was staying with was mostly like aunts as he was going until eventually just came back and tried to be staying with, I believe it's an older sister right now.
All right.
Did a lot of writing while he was gone.
Great. And Signy?
Signa.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Signa.
Because Swedish is weird.
Yeah, no, it's got the... Oh, no, that one doesn't have the accents on it. Signa. Okay, got it.
Yeah. No, Jormundsen has 2 umlauts. I don't know if those what umlauts are for, but I don't speak it, so I don't know. Signa's summer would have been, again, not great with her mom having to go to a mental hospital. And so she kind of like withdrew from everyone else and sort of just got into sort of her tinkering with her little devices and working on her moped and trying to make a robot, but I can't quite make it work.
Okay. No major events or anything?
Besides the shared event, it's not nothing really big now.
Okay. Cool. All right. So you all find yourselves in homeroom class. Everybody's gathered back around. There are other students in the class. There's roughly... this is just before the onset of things like standardized testing, so the schools weren't packed to the brim, but there was still more than 20 or so students here in this homeroom. You would know most of them by first name basis. There might be some new students who would come in, but the 3 of you are in your seats, and the teacher is going over the syllabus with a projector slide. And indicating, what needs to be done in homeroom, who, you'll be turning in homework to, blah, 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 passing out the scheduling for your various classes and where things are going to be going. As you're settling in and either listening attentively or zoning out, there is a tap on Ashley's shoulder, and a younger teen, one of the popular girls, dark curly hair, an excessive amount of makeup, and dressed in a very early 90s poppy kind of attire. It's very vibrant. She's got little gel bracelets and things in her hair. But you know that her name is Tamara. And she looks at you expectantly, chewing with her mouth open a large wad of gum.
She just tapped me on the shoulder.
She tapped you on the shoulder. She's looking at you.
What is it?
Oh, good. I thought you were deaf now or something, too. Hey, I just wanted to say thanks for playing at the party over the weekend. You and your band, they were okay, I guess. It was really cool that you guys were able to keep people entertained, and you didn't cause any fights or make things awkward by not being very cool. So I just wanted to say that we really appreciated you doing that for us, especially for free. That was really nice. Paid an exposure is the best way to do things, I say.
I turn back around.
And she just kind of was like, wow, okay, great talk. See if I invite you back to a party again. That's why you're a nerd. And she just kind of starts clicking a pin lazily. Ashley, at the mention of a party, though, you don't remember performing at a party last weekend.
And she said last weekend.
She did.
Well, I'm confused. What counts as insight in this?
Haha, there's
Comprehend?
no insight. You could probably do a mind comprehend roll.
No.
No successes, which means you can't really recall. However, Signa and BB, you both see the obvious expression on your friend's face, that look of steam coming out of Ashley's ears as she furrows her brow and tries to think just a bit too hard on something that she's not quite getting. Do either of you jump in and ask what might be going on?
What's going on?
That's you,
Signa
Shay.
doesn't really. No, she's kind of like also confused. She's like, I feel like she feels like Ashley would have told her she's going to a party. So she's like, I don't think she went to a party. That's weird.
Didn't we like hang out that weekend?
I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah.
Can you hear them?
Huh?
Oh yeah, we're not talking quietly.
Yeah.
We're probably like either
Are
right
we-
next to her, also behind her. Like,
Are you able to hear them?
Yeah, I can hear that.
Okay, they were asking you questions.
Oh, they were asking me?
Yes, that's
Oh.
why I was asking if you were...
I thought they were talking between themselves.
No.
I look at them and I say, oh shoot, where is she? Tamara said I played at a party over the summer.
But did you? I don't think, like I said last weekend, and I don't think you never told us about it. Like, do you have like a weird, like, doppelganger walking around? Like, what's going on?
like some clone or something.
Ooh,
No.
I think clone. I'm thinking clone.
Knowing her, somebody else played. She just like doesn't even recognize them.
That could be.
Mhm.
Or someone like, oh, what if someone's like using your band name?
No one is.
Well, what if someone is though? No one's told you about it.
The
and they're
last
just
person who tried to rip off the band name ended up in a ditch. They're fine.
maybe they're just stupid and doing. Or maybe your band played without you?
I mean, you're asking if Tamara's stupid and doesn't remember?
Yeah, I mean that's like my working theory, but I'm just throwing ideas out.
Oh man, what if your band played without you?
They can't.
William, when you say, what if the band played without you, a paper ball flies from behind and hits you in the back of the head. And you
what the heck?
You see that Ashley's bandmates, a rather small, lanky-looking man with bowl-cut dark hair, and a larger, more rotund individual with buzz-cut hair, tiny ears, and wide cheeks. This is Ashley's bandmates of the Utensils, Sam and Max. And Sam says, "What'd you say, Shrimp? You trying to imply that we're ditching our leader?"
Hey, it was just a suggestion, man. Like, there could be a lot of things. What if you all got cloned and now there's some weird fake band going around with the same name?
Hey, shut your face. I'd know if I was a clone.
And would you?
No, you're not saying that you're a clone, and that you've been cloned. There's another clone of you.
Yeah.
I ain't no goddamn pod person.
I didn't say
you were. Them.
I said the clone was.
Yeah. Listen, BB. I'd know if I was a pod person. I'd know if I was cloned. No man in a suit took me and hooked my head up to wires. I'd know.
That's how cloning works.
This is one of those moments that makes Ashley laugh. She's got I've just got a hand over the mouth, just smiling, leaning into it.
How does cloning work then, Signe?
They could have put you with
sleep. Explain to me, did somebody break into Max's room and steal his tissue collection? Is that what you're implying? Because that's gross.
First off, probably wouldn't need to break in. That's probably all over the place. So.
Yeah, and you just need hair and a petri dish with an egg.
Have you seen his hair? He ain't got hair. He keeps it short. Premature balding. He gets hit in the shoulder really hard. And he's like, sorry. He likes keeping it short for the ladies.
You can still just saliva also works. You just need a bit of DNA and an egg.
Oh, well, I mean, that probably happened because we make out with a lot of chicks all the time.
Man, what if one of them was the pod people and they were taking your DNA?
Yeah, one of them took your DNA. There you go. You've been cloned.
Holy shit. Ash, we might be pod people.
No, you're not pod.
No, they make a copy of you, and those are the pod people that go now playing a band with the same name to get your money.
Yeah, and they're gonna come. They're coming to replace you right now.
They're ladle, spatula, and cutting board.
Oh, okay. I think, maybe. Who knows? Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, it's usually never out in the open that they do it. That movie, it was all super weird and it was kind of subtle.
Super weird and kind of subtle. Huh.
They're gonna wait till you're putting trash in the trash can or something, then they get you.
I don't know.
Don't go outside alone ever again.
We're gonna have to think on this. If there's pod people of us running around, there can only be one.
That is correct. And usually it doesn't work while you're awake. They probably wait till you're asleep.
No. I meant this is gonna be like a Highlander thing. There can only be one. If there's a copy of us running around, we're gonna have to fight them.
But what if
you're never as they're never as good as the originals.
Exactly. We're one of a kind.
But what if they have to take your brainwaves while you're asleep to make them run? We'll never see them.
They wouldn't be running very well then, using Max's brainwaves, if you know what I'm saying. He nudges his friend. Yeah.
I don't, but okay.
That's all right. Don't sweat it too hard there, Signe. Sigourney.
Nah.
Sigourney.
No, it's Signa.
Yeah, that's what I said. Signe.
No? Okay. Yep.
And,
yep. Yep.
I spin back around to Tamara. So what did you mean?
Since she's gone.
Oh. So, you think you're cool enough to just talk to me now, after you try and give me the icy shoulder?
You should be honored I'm gracing you.
Yeah, no, that's not how it works. You're not cool, so your presence doesn't grace many people. But
Graces me.
Ew. And she just turns back to Ashley. Anyways, the three of you were definitely there, and your two groupies were also there, and that weird girl, the one with the glasses and the red hair, she showed up, and you all drank a lot of booze, so you probably don't remember.
Do I remember feeling really bad over the weekend? Like waking up and feeling like shit?
Why don't we do a bit of a challenge here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it sounds like there's some information that you all want to gather. So I am going to set a target number here for you all to try and accomplish, and this is going to be trouble, quotation fingers. And the way trouble works is you guys are just going to roll what you think in order to get a number of successes based on the target number. So I think that since there's three of you, I'm gonna say that we need at least 6 successes. So you can tell me what combination of your attributes plus skill that you want to try and get some information or try and remember, or whatever you think would be appropriate to try and get you the needed successes, and then I'll give you the outcome. And remember, if, say, you need to re-roll, you can mark one of the conditions in order to re-roll the remaining dice that don't give you a success.
Okay.
I think I will do.
I should also emphasize that other than taking conditions to reroll, you only get one try at this. So everybody gets a turn to do one thing, and if you don't make it before that round is over, then the challenge is over.
Okay.
So really think about it and decide on how you're going to try and go about this. Remember that your signature items also give you a +2 if you are able to convincingly work it into the situation.
I hit her with a spoon.
As mine is a whole computer, I cannot.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just one of us making a roll?
No, this is all of you.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what I'm gonna do.
You should probably make sure you can hear us.
I was my camera froze and then the sound was gone, but I fixed it. I can hear.
Yay!
I mean, your camera is gone, so.
Camera's back now.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Cool.
So
all my tech stuff isn't going to help because I don't have like a small personal day planner or something.
BB doesn't have personal planner.
It's all on my
BB,
computer, which
BB
is at home.
Doesn't have PP.
Oh no!
Oh, that's definitely written on the bathroom wall somewhere.
Most likely like an investigator comprehend.
My highest one is tech, is tinker.
Teenagers having to be social.
Yeah, I am going to look at what's in Tamara, right?
Tamara.
All right, I'm going to look at Tamara.
You don't even have to ask Tamara. You could also talk to other kids here too.
True, but I had an idea. I'm gonna say to Tamara, and ask, do you have like any like pictures of us there? Like, I don't remember this like at all. I want to be able to like know what I was doing, and if you can, I don't know, give me something like that.
Ugh, you think
I could.
You think I would waste a Polaroid on you?
Well, I'm saying like background or something like that. And if you do, I do know how to get you free cable.
All right, so that'll be a heart charm if you're trying
Damn
to
it.
persuade her.
I was hoping I could. Hey, it's not bad. It's a 2. Let me actually pull up the fucking.
Well, it is one success.
Is it a success?
Yeah, one success in there. So basically, as per the macro there, successes are only on the 6s. So it really pushes for you to take conditions to get rerolls. But you're at one of 6.
1 of 6.
Would you like to take a condition to reroll any of those extra dice?
What are the conditions? Let me look.
Upset, scared, exhausted, injured, broken and scarred is the last one you can take once the other 4 are filled.
Okay. I will argue with Tamara and become upset.
Okay. And so you can re-roll 6 dice. 66.
So, I roll 66, okay. Let me pull up the thing.
With no extra successes.
5. One more.
Oh,
One more
yeah.
d6. Nope.
Okay. With no extra successes.
Cool. So I just yell at a girl for no reason.
Yeah, you're like, I can get you cable, and she's basically like, ew, why would I waste a Polaroid on you?
I could just.
This has really been.
And I just start making weird noises.
It gets really awkward, and you're
She
really frustrated.
She starts swearing in Swedish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any Swedish swears, so I can't say any. I will be on Google as other people talk.
You just go full Swedish chef. It's fine.
Yeah.
BB or Ashley?
I was also going to do a charm heart.
You absolutely can.
This is really beneath you, Tamara. It's not really becoming of you. Goddamn. How many did we need?
You need 6.
6.
I mean, if we're rolling like 67 dice, we're really only...
You have a very good chance of doing it. It basically amounted to each of you needing 2 successes. And you have a huge dice pool. Would you like to take a condition
Sure.
to re-roll your failures?
No.
You have to also tell me what condition you take before you
I was
roll
going
it.
to take upset.
Alright, so you spend your time arguing with her as well. That doesn't give you any successes. William! It's up to you, buddy.
What time was this party at? Because A, I don't drink, so that's off the table. B, depending on what time it was, I probably wasn't allowed out of the house. And depending on her decision, I will try to calculate if I could have been there or not.
All right. You can do I think, mind investigate then, since you're asking since you're asking questions instead of trying to convince them to give you proof.
Yeah.
Would you like to also mark a condition to reroll?
I guess I'll get upset because I'm like, there's no way I would have drank.
There's...
Yeah.
Which condition did you mark?
Upset.
Upset. So, the 3 of you just like really try your best to convince Tamara to give you some information, and she's just like, oh my god, look at how sad you all are. You can't even hold your booze, and then you don't even remember what happened. That's called being blackout drunk, and I am so glad you enjoyed our party. But you should probably leave me alone now because really killing my popularity that you all are being so weird. So I'm gonna turn around and pretend like I care about what the teacher is saying.
I stopped listening.
I call it a skitolval hora, which is Swedish for asshole whore.
And she's like, I don't even speak German, so I'm gonna pretend like that was a
she fumes. She's like, her face turns red and she just fucking fumes.
And she blows the largest bubble towards you, and
I'd like to pop it.
And it pops, and she slurps it back into her mouth, and she's like, "Sorry, losers," and she turns back around.
I wanted to try and pop it while she's blowing it so it would go in her face.
You will not, because you did not succeed in this challenge, so you have no upper hand on the end of this scene. The bell rings. The bell rings, and so you all are dismissed from class. But now, there is the question of what the hell happened to you all last week, hanging in your minds.
What do I remember from that weekend? Or do I remember anything? It just like kind of blends together. Like,
if you, the three of you can all make me a mind investigate.
Mind investigate. It's okay.
One. Okay.
0 successes.
Mm-hmm. So, Signa, you don't remember anything. There is just a gap. You remember waking up that morning. You remember waking up Sunday morning with a headache. It seems to be reminiscent of like what a hangover would be if you've drank before at a teen party. This is the 90s. Yeah. It's like, it's the 90s, so teen drinking was fairly common, and it seems to match the description of what a hangover would be if you've never cognitively drunk before. But this seems like did I choose to drink this time? You know, what happened? And so it's very fuzzy. BB and Ashley, you remember fragmented memories of the night. You do remember bits and pieces, talk of going to Tamara's party to play with the band. BB, you remember being asked to go to help set up. You guys remember hanging out like in flashes. It's very blurry, it's very flashy. It's like, maybe this happened, something could have happened. You remember the flashing blue lights of the cops, and you guys remember trying to you vaguely think that there might have been a moment where you all made a run for it, but it largely doesn't connect. Ashley, more importantly, you remember that somebody important to you was supposed to be arriving by plane this afternoon, and the mention of them being at the party doesn't connect.
I take it this is the redhead.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in between classes?
You're in between classes now, because that was when Signa wanted to think about it.
I'm going to grab my phone and
oh, sweet child. This is the 90s. You don't have a cell phone.
So you'd get a pager out and see if you have any pages.
They didn't have little blocky phones then?
Oh no, those were still those giant like brick phones with the 7-foot antenna you had to extend out.
Fine.
There may be a payphone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the payphone.
Okay. The two of you see Ashley break off and head for a payphone. You have some change. You can drop a couple coins in. Who are you calling?
I am calling said redhead.
You remember that international calls are going to cost a little bit more money.
Oh.
How much change do you have on you?
I probably don't have that kind of money.
So Ashley walks over to one of the payphones that's installed in the main hallway that's like connected to the office. Starts to put in some coins. Goes, fuck, calling to Europe is going to cost a lot of money. Hits the receiver, gets their quarters back, looks to you all dejected.
What's up?
Do I still see Sam and Max in the hall?
Yes. Sam and Max are in the hall. They're leaned up against their lockers. They're probably like riffing on some lyrics because they've started getting into hip hop, but they still stick around to play the instruments for you. They've been trying to get you to do this thing that's they insist is going to take off, where you start blending some hip hop and rap with rock music. They said it's going to be huge, but you're probably not convinced that the idea will stick. You shouldn't mix genres, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go walk up to him real quick and just be like, hey guys, we were at a party, weren't we? I was. I don't remember
Talk
much.
to us? Or to
To Max and to Sam and Max.
You don't remember being at the party?
Just pieces.
We played a whole set. Everybody loved it. We were great. I thought we were great. They didn't throw anything at us.
And Rendis was there too?
Who?
The redhead?
Oh yeah, there was a redhead there. Yeah, you and her, you danced for a little while and you started smooching, and then we lost track of you for a while. I don't know what happened.
Shit, neither do I.
Yeah, she was something. Had to have been much older. I don't know what a college girl was doing around here.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Hey, before you go.
Yeah.
Your friend Sydney, she's single?
I think so.
Oh, you're putting a good word for your old friend Sam, right?
Did you call me Sydney?
he keeps saying Sydney.
Oh, okay. I think. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, no, that's not me being bad at it. He is.
Oh no,
I'm
aware.
He hasn't caught on that it's Signa, and it probably won't endear him very well to her, but continuously mispronouncing her name.
Yeah, I can put in a word, but here, just say this real quick for me. Signa.
Signa.
There you go.
What does that mean?
Signa, her name.
Are you sure?
Hmm?
That's not how it's spelled. There's no A in there at all. How are you gonna try and tell me it's Signa?
She's from another country. You know how they use like fancy letters?
No, I only speak English.
I know. That's why it sounds such weird over there.
Alright, I'll try it. Signa.
There you go.
Okay. I will trust you that you are not setting me up. You're my wing girl, Signa. Okay, I think I got it.
I give him a slap on the shoulder and
Signa. Yo, Signa. How you doing today? He's just riffing next to Max.
If they don't go on to become Limp Bizkit in this story, I will find you.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
They need to be Limp Bizkit.
They will set the groundwork for.
I'm pretty sure Limp Bizkit, like I looked it up. They started in like 1994, but it's a different history. You can work
history.
Around it.
Hey, they could become.
They got stalled because of the flood.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They're both like, look at this fucking cool ass fucking giant loop thing. Oh god, cancer.
Oh god, look at this loop thing. It's either that or they form Insane Clown Posse. Either one.
Yeah.
Super colliders, how do they work?
That's a very interesting question.
That's what the song's going to be about.
Well, you see, with enough Oh, you didn't mean it. Okay.
Signa starts explaining. Signa starts explaining it like.
So Ashley, you've gone and you've gotten a little more confusing answers.
Mm-hmm. I did. I go to my locker and switch out some books and head to my next class.
Okay. What do your next classes look like, and do you all have them together?
We probably still have a robotics class.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'd probably say so.
Yeah.
All right.
What day? Like, what time of day is it? In the morning still?
It's still in the morning. This is second period.
Okay.
Or would you like to jump a little bit ahead? We don't have to go over every single class, which is largely why it was like, what's your next class, and are you all together? Because we can do scenes individually or as a group. You all don't always have to be together.
True that.
And there will be times where you're not.
I will probably, once lunch period rolls around, I will probably sit with Signa and BB. Neither of you remember anything either, right?
I remember
Just, like,
waking
set my
up.
tray down.
I remember waking up with a headache on Sunday, but I don't remember much of Saturday.
I don't remember a damn
happened
thing.
Everybody else remembers it, but
Well, to be honest, this is the town that kind of crap would happen.
Yeah, who's the redhead that Tamara mentioned?
she's a college girl. Renus LaRusha.
Okay. Do you know who she is?
She's a friend. But she lives in Europe.
Okay.
She was supposed to.
Where in Europe?
She was supposed to visit this afternoon, but she's supposed to fly in, but she was already there. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Apparently, I made out with her. I don't remember that either.
Okay, that's good. That's. Yeah. I would look up Swedish things to say in situations like this. That's all that Signa says. She's switched back to Swedish.
Is vanilla ice cream on the menu today?
Sorry?
What are the desserts for lunch period today?
Oh, you recall back to homeroom. They went over what would be available in the cafeteria. There were things like tater tots, pizza, some Salisbury steak, but no, they usually didn't offer desserts. They're roll me a D100. Let's see if there was any dessert.
Boop. 79.
No, there's no dessert. It is Monday. Desserts are a Friday meal.
Okay.
What kind of backwards school is this?
Yeah, they give you a popsicle at the end, so you're like, yeah.
Reward you for surviving the week.
We didn't get lunches at my high school.
They didn't offer lunches? Jeez.
We had a like a canteen you could buy stuff from, but no.
That sucks.
No. Really? You just brought your own lunch?
No, you either buy your own lunch or you bring your own. But they still offer lunches.
Not really.
Huh.
Canada.
Yeah.
We're different. We don't have prom.
You also had milk in bags, so backwards.
I never did. It's not Saskatchewan. It's an Ontario thing, and they are weird. Yeah. Blame the fucking weird East Coast people. They're not East Coast. Blame the weird people from Ontario.
Weird people from Ontario.
Yeah,
Alright, sounds good. But no, there is no ice cream on the menu.
Okay. I just wanted to see if I could feasibly have a trigger to make a check, but I don't think I can, so.
Where was the party?
At Tamara's place.
Do you want to go check it out? Like after school or something? Like
Tamara's place? No.
well, I mean, like maybe something there. Maybe one of us dropped something. Maybe figure out what's going on.
Tell you what, if we pass her house on the way home, fine, but I don't care about her.
I mean, I don't either,
she's
but
she's not going to let us into her house to look around for any clues that might.
that is true. But you don't need to be let into a house to get into a house. There are other ways.
Such as.
Like through a window.
You want to break into her house?
I mean, I lost a day of memory, and I'm kind of freaking out. So
That's why she's freaking out.
that's why she thinks she's freaking. So I would like to figure out what the fuck happened to me, because I don't remember an entire day, and that's never happened before. I don't even like drinking that much. And if the redhead girl is, maybe find out what she's doing, like some clues to who she is and where she is, and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
I guess it can't hurt since none of us can remember anything.
Pretty weird. Or you could tell Tamara that you forgot something important there when you were playing. You have to go get it, and then distract her. It was more me and BB try to sneak in.
That's only gonna make her try to mock me.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
How good are you guys at sneaking?
I mean,
Better than most of the kids at this school, probably.
on a conceptual level, I'm sure I'm fine. I like machines. I don't do stuff like this. All right.
Can't you, like, fly a drone past our window or something? One of the little grab cameras?
Maybe I could see what my dad has locked away, but I don't think I have a little camera thing, no.
Does anyone know if she's got a computer at home?
I mean, is
She's
Tamara
loyal,
rich?
She does.
There we go.
I could see what I could find in there.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I'll see if I can't find, or I don't know, jury rig something to get us some view.
But how would I know that I forgot something if I don't remember being there?
Lie?
You could say that you were counting guitar picks and one of them was missing, and so since that was the only place you supposedly were at,
I would recommend something better than a guitar pick, but along those veins,
well,
just say, like, yeah, you
guitar
remember.
pick is also hard to find. Gives them plenty of time.
True, but you could also, I don't know, I just, it was an idea.
You really want to try this?
I mean, it's an option. It's an option. It's my first idea. I'm not sure it's a good idea, but it's my idea.
In worst case scenario, we don't figure out what the heck happened.
Yeah, and then you just have to, I don't know, lie.
Worst case scenario, you two get caught.
I mean, worst case scenario, BB gets caught because I'll be away flying a little camera thing.
Hey, unless they're running top of the line firewall stuff, they're not catching me.
I think they more mean like they see you do it.
Oh, I don't have to be near them.
Oh, you don't.
I just have to be in this. I use my computer to hack into theirs.
Through.
Granted, I need to know what house they're at so I know where their line is, but.
Oh, so we have
I
to.
can
Okay.
show you the house.
Okay.
Yeah, let's find the house and then we'll jack into the internet line. I feel like we're trying to run a hacker movie in the 90s.
Hack the planet.
Hack the planet! Yep. Okay, well, there's the option. Let's find her house. Let's illegally access her personal data. That seems.
It's only illegal if you get caught.
It's only illegal if you. Well, it's illegal if you don't get caught. You just don't get in trouble if you don't get caught. Things are illegal no matter what. That's.
Look, I'm sure there's plenty of that happening over there at the Loop, but no one said anything about it. So.
Like people like them hacking us, or people hacking them.
Yes.
Yes.
Fair enough. Let's continue school, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's just tuck this away for a while and pretend like everything's normal.
Yep. Put it away in the part of the brain you don't think about.
Don't act weird that don't act weird that a whole day is missing from brain.
Yeah. And Cigna's freaking out. She's trying not to panic. She's not doing very well at it.
Your conditions don't drop off, so everybody being upset is incredibly accurate right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
How do you get rid of that? Is it like
you spend time with your anchor?
Yeah, it'll fall off over time, but during the scenes they stay.
Okay.
All right. So we do, in fact, fast forward you all spend the day trying to act like things are. Or actually, you wanted to explore the robotics class, or do you want to just fast forward? I don't mind either way.
Probably fast forward, since that would just be the class we would all have together after
talking
lunch.
and freaking out over. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you all continue the rest of the day then, acting like everything is normal, but internally you're screaming over what happened during this day that you lost. There is a plan to try and hack into potentially Tamara's computer, assuming that they might have one. But there is also the reminder of the note that was posted to Ashley's refrigerator that she has to be at the airport to pick up her friend this afternoon. So my question to you all is, how do you want to go about handling these two situations? Does Ashley go on her own? Do you all meet up together to hack first? Do you take care of the how are we dividing and conquering our plans within the limited time of the afternoon?
I need to be at the airport today.
For like what? We're about to.
Ghost
Let's
dog.
come and cry.
Ghost dog.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Good dog.
He's upstairs.
Well, I mean, I don't need everybody. As long as I know where she lives, I could probably take the hacking stuff on myself.
I can't. I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let you do that.
Well, that way, if something happens, you're not here, so only I get in trouble.
I'm not gonna. No, I'm not.
Then you can go meet the redhead.
What? I don't want. What? Why would I meet the redhead?
Yeah, gee, I wonder why you'd want to meet the redhead.
I don't. Literally. Why would I want to meet the redhead? I don't know her. What? You can't just go.
Plus, you don't know if none of us remember anything, and she was there, but she's gonna be at the airport.
I'd feel weird being like hanging out with fucking with. Okay, I just no.
Also,
I'm
just a random note here. That's what a cell phone from 1994 looked like. It is very unlikely that Ashley would have owned one. Ooh, look at this big old ugly thing.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. I think it was like 1996 when they came out with like the little flip phone.
Yeah, it would have been a while, and even then, parents probably didn't let you have one because.
Oh no, those were like hundreds of dollars, and
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're thousands.
Yeah, it's true. But you can get them on credit. Yeah. Which is how I got a Google Pixel 5.
You could just owe money for the rest of your life. Isn't that great?
Hey, 2 years, not bad.
Anyhoodle, what's our plan here, fellas and ladies?
I'm just not going to be able to rent distraction for you guys.
That's fine. We don't need to get inside the house. I'm going to help BB like find
get the address, and then
the address. Also, I have a moped, so I can be quick. And also any physical tech stuff, which I'm better at than he's good at computers. I'm good at machines. Hardware or software.
And if we find something, we'll page you like a little number we'll come up with for, hey, we found something.
Hey, pagers?
Like, pagers were a thing in the early 90s.
Pagers were a thing from the 80s, 90s, and those were much more affordable.
All right,
okay.
And then if something goes wrong at the airport, you can page us.
Then I'll get there on my moped.
Okay, what
eventually?
Well, if there's a problem, you page 911 because that's emergency.
Yeah.
Find any information 411.
And then if you remember anything, just page us. Or if the redhead has any information, you just page us.
And if you meet anyone named Jenny, 867-5309, that's what you page us.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
I'm old.
She is such. The person whose number that actually was so annoyed.
Oh God, I'd imagine.
I would like to apologize to that person on behalf of everyone.
Yeah, she had
Just humanity.
She ended up having to change her phone number, but
I hope they delisted that number.
I think they did.
Good.
Yeah, that sounds
I don't
good.
think the band like asked permission or anything.
Oh no, probably not.
Their name wasn't even Jenny.
Clarice.
Is this where Jenny lives? Oh my god, my name is Megan. I'll kill all of you. Stop coming by my house.
Alright.
Poor person.
Alright, I'm gonna go swing by the airport.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, so we're splitting up to go handle some stuff?
Yeah.
I will since I do drive to the school with my moped, I will bring BB back to his house so he can get his stuff.
Yeah, I swing by probably like on the way home. I imagine that there are like skateboards, but they're like hover skateboards. Are they hover skateboards?
Would you like a hover skateboard?
I would like a hover skateboard.
Roll me a D100, please.
You get one, but it stops over water.
Yeah.
You do not have a hover skateboard.
Damn it.
You have an analog skateboard.
I use my
Oh no. You have to wind it up.
Moped a hover moped?
Would you like to roll a D100?
Yeah, you know what? If I get it, I get a hover moped. If I don't, I still have a fucking moped. So
That's
oops.
Is my computer a hover computer or a regular?
57.
No, it is also an analog moped.
That's fine.
Actually, I don't think it would be analog, but whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, it's not a hover moped.
No.
It says computer or hover computer.
It just fit the bit. You can do me a D100 if you like, BB.
Please be a hovering computer.
It's the only thing we have that
It is
hovers.
not a hover computer.
Dang it.
What number would you have to get to be a hover?
It was like a 5% chance.
So 95 for 5.
Mm-hmm. 95 to 100.
That's 95. Yeah.
All right.
So
we are going to cover BB and Cigna's attempts first. So you guys have moved to BB's, where BB is staying. BB, why don't you tell us where you're staying and what it looks like?
It's a really small, kind of just like a one-bedroom thing, because he sleeps in the bedroom. His sister has the living room. Not super well furnished, but it's not like a rundown dump kind of place. It's really clean.
And just for the sake of this, why don't you let everybody know so the truth is in the world? What is BB's sister's name?
It's a good question.
I'll look up Swedish names for my dad.
You guys need to
I
know these
don't
things.
remember her name.
You can make it up.
It's Samantha.
All right. The truth of the world is Samantha is now BB's sister. And Samantha is nice enough to let you have the bedroom. That's generous.
It's the adult.
Well, I need to BRB for a sec.
No, it's your scene.
I know,
Right,
but I
it's
have to
fine.
go to the bathroom so bad.
Hey,
It's like,
actually, it's an hour and a half, so why don't we take a break?
yay.
perfect.
Also, I totally missed it. 20-sided TV. Thank you for the raid. Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Oh, hey, thanks.
Hi.
Wish I
Woo.
could have said hi to you guys sooner, but yeah, 8675309. We are going to go on break, and then we will come back to BB and Cigna trying to hack the planet and hopefully get some shenanigans done. Thank you again for the raid. You guys should check them out. Shout out 20-sided TV. Go to the bathroom, Frost.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back.
All right. Be right back.
So we off? We off? Cool.
We are muted. Mics
Awesome.
can be hot if you want them hot, but I am muting.
No. I'm just curious.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by Crafta Corporation. Crafta, cleaning up the messes of yesterday.
Giant crafter sign.
What?
Oh, I said on the stream there's a giant crafter sign.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, no, we're sponsored.
You just
Sponsored by
keep.
Crafta.
Oh, good for Crafta. What's Crafta?
Crafta's what owns the loop now.
Okay.
Okay, good. Let me write that down because I was like, I don't know what or how to spell the thing.
Crafta.
Oh, I figured. Let's see.
They don't make macaroni though.
Muhammad is in one of the top 100 most popular Swedish names. Good for you, Muhammad's.
Muhammad's
Nice.
one of the like top names worldwide too.
Yeah, it's like let's see.
Is there a huge Muslim population in Sweden? I didn't know that.
Could be. Yeah, very good. I know that's that fucking. I think it was in Sweden. That weird guy who like went on that killing rampage in Sweden. He was mad because there were Muslims in Sweden. Population demographics. What about racial makeup? We care about. Let's see.
Why?
Yeah, there's apparently yeah, apparently there's been a large uptick of immigration in the Middle East to Sweden in the past 10 years, the past 20 years. There we go. Wilhelm. Signa's father would be Wilhelm. I thought about that or Ludwig, but I said go Wilhelm.
Alrighty, just a couple more minutes and we'll come back. Thank you, everybody who's stuck around. I do also find it amusing that several people have messaged me like, "You guys are sponsored? That's great." It's like, no. It's the fake corporation in the game. It's not real.
Even
if they want to
me,
sponsor
and I was
us.
paid, and I was part of the game, and I heard the name.
Now, if they want to sponsor us, please, we will take all of your money.
I mean,
yes,
I will at least. I don't know
freely publishing. If you want to sponsor this game, my DMs are open.
Yeah, like I said on one of my newer games, I'm cheap.
Somebody posted on their meme channel. It's a 3-way Venn diagram on the outside. It says nurse, pyramid scheme, God. In the middle, it's enemies from Silent Hill, and then
I've seen that.
But then it's between nurse and God. It says who you'll meet if you don't wear a mask. Between nurse and pyramid scheme, it says career path for Christian girls. And then between God and pyramid scheme, the afterlife for pharaohs. And then, of course, the 3-way mix, enemies from Silent Hill.
Oh, I'm ready to jump back in and continue to play.
Jay is back.
Child. Jay is back. Well, I mentioned it.
Yes. No, that was an acknowledgement, not a question. It was.
Oh.
Well, there was a sandwich in my mouth, so it messed up my inflection.
Huh.
I pulled Wizard this time from the deck.
Sandwiches brought to you by Crafta.
Sandwiches brought to you by a wizard.
By a wizard. What does the wizard mean?
I think it means you meet a wizard.
Oh, we gonna die.
Y'all meet a wizard.
It's very... Yeah. The Troca decks aren't a tarot card deck. They can't be used that way, but they can be used as normal playing cards. Yes, it's very strange. There's 52.
Also, all the cameras got moved.
My left earbud does not want to connect.
You should probably just go back to your regular headphones.
Maybe.
Yeah, the future's for losers. Come back, join us in the analog past.
Yeah.
My not cool hovering computer bullshit.
You're not
future.
hovering computer?
Not hovering computer.
The future is bullshit.
Can he ride it, but really slowly? He has to essentially like skateboard it, just like
Yeah. Yeah,
just like the siege mode hover tank in Heroes of the Storm, where it just slowly edges around where you want it to.
God. that was a funny addition. Also, hey, Hogger coming to that game. They said they're not developing for anymore. So
it's like we gave up on this game because nobody respects it. Of course not.
It's like, but what if Hogger? It's like, oh,
this is gonna be their last ditch effort to get new players in.
We're
giving you Hogger. What the fuck, guys?
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw it, I thought that was Nathanos' axe, and then everybody was like, "Hogger." I was like, "Oh right, Hogger. Yeah, that's a."
What's?
Yeah, because I'm like, wait, how is that? Oh yeah, he used the axe, and then you look at the wanted poster, you can see the null head and the collar.
Hogger is an infamous boss from vanilla World of Warcraft. He was a quest pickup that became a meme because he was really hard to kill, and you had to basically stand in a queue line to kill him and get credit for doing so, because everybody wanted to do it because it was a starting zone boss.
Oh. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
There's some wild lore for you kids out there.
Yeah.
And the voice line he always said, more bones to gnaw on.
Yep. And
I've never played World of Warcraft, so
like old World of Warcraft, there was some freaky shit in that game. Like Hogger's camp, where the gnolls were, they had tents that were made of people skin. Like if you looked at them, there were faces sewn into the tents, and it was like,
Ooh.
they just use people's skin for their camping gear. Yeah. Anyways, speaking of using people's faces, y'all are pod people, and we're gonna figure out what happened to you over the weekend.
Sounds great.
So,
You all have arrived, the two of you, anyways. You rode over on Signa's moped. Excuse me, burp. To your sister Samantha's one-bedroom apartment. When you get there, Samantha is currently there. She is getting ready for work. Samantha works at a local restaurant in order to bring in enough money for you guys to stay at this apartment. And she's in the process of like getting the uniform on. It's a like a cream-colored waitress dress that has like the apron on it, and it's just a local diner. But for Signa, if you've never met her before, she is 2 or 3 years older than BB. She also has dark hair, but hers is pulled back into a braid, and she has dark eyes, and there is a hair beret that sits and pulls her bangs back to one side, and there is a crescent moon in it. But when she sees the two of you come in, she's like, "Oh, BB, I didn't know you were bringing a girl home. You should have could have came in and warned me. I could have cleared out a little sooner."
Well, this is Signa from school, the one I've been telling you about.
Hi.
Oh, this is Signa. Hi, nice to meet you. And she holds out a hand.
Which is hello in Swedish.
and she's like, well, it is nice to meet you. And there's food leftovers in the fridge if you two are hungry. And if you need anything, you can call down to the diner, BB. I'm just a phone call away if you need anything. I'm gonna get out of your hair because I'm the cool older sister, and don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I mean, I can promise that. Don't worry. I'm just going to show her the computer that I put together.
And she kind of gives like that side eyes to Signa, and she's like, "Oh." It's like, "Okay, yeah."
It's a computer. I swear this isn't an innuendo.
And she kind of gives BB a nudge on the side and is like, "Yeah, I remember being shown my first computer too. Yeah, you kids have fun." She walks out.
I have a good one.
It's good to meet you too.
You know, eventually people are gonna buy that when you're just mumbling, you're speaking Swedish.
That is Trygve Vatlas is good to meet you in Swedish. I have it open.
Well, sure that is, but when you're like, hello.
I know that is me. That is me looking stuff up. But Halla is how you say hello. It's Halla with an accent I don't understand on top of this second name. I know.
It's got 800 dots in line.
It had like 3. It was kind of intimidating.
Like we'll revolutionize slang.
I will continue to learn more Swedish so I can improvise in that language.
After seeing his sister off, I'll ask Signa if she wants something to drink or eat, and then take her to his room.
She was nice enough to give you the bed. What does BB's room look like?
Very dark. There's like the windows are shaded over and everything. There's like a desk lamp that's always off unless he's on the computer. The lamp in his room, like you'll see him, he flips the switch and it's a really low light. And he's like, I just use that to go find the other one.
And what about your computer? How does that look?
Computer looks very nice and way too good for the current time. And he's like, yeah, I've been tinkering with it, taking them apart, building my own computers together.
I look at it, not really a computer person. Kind of look it over and go, looks pretty well put together. I don't really know computers that well. Like I can deconstruct an engine in under 2 days, but I don't know computers.
So you're good, because I wouldn't know a manifold from a gasket.
I think
those are words.
I think on a very basic level, the two of you can at least appreciate the hardware and technical side of it.
Yeah.
For
sure.
Even if you know the uses of each's respective discipline, you know, branches off a little bit far, but you're like, you know,
if Signa was allowed to, she would rip that computer apart to figure out how it works. But like looking at it, she's like, that looks cool.
Yeah. And like I said, it's like, at least from a technical standpoint, Signa is probably impressed by the amount of hardware and construction that goes into it. So it's not like he's speaking software, because, you know, everybody would get lost in code. So there is the computer. You guys, you know, can take the time to grab some food from the fridge and something to drink if you really wanted. But then BB gets down to it, trying to pull up the computer. So why don't you break down for us what and how you're trying to do?
Okay, so he's been learning how to hack into a lot of systems, different computers, because does it, like, you know, when you have weird remote access to things, because I mean, you have a radio, like a controller for little remote control airplanes or something. Well, someone could mess with that signal, and then either your plane just drops or they take your plane. So he's like, you know, I've been learning like a lot of the hard wiring, hard lines, so I can just get into a computer, database, whatever, without having to be there. Let alone something interfering with the signal, because it's all via the, you know, the internet everybody has running through town.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to use where their house is, and basically find that line to tap into that to go to their computer.
All right, please give me a program tech roll, please.
Ooh.
With 3 successes. I do believe there are questions you can ask with this, because some of the results will give questionnaires. Where is...
So that's program tech?
Yeah.
Program tech. Page 7778.
Thank you. That was what I was trying to find. 7778. So, for you, William, program tech, the ability to create and manipulate programs, electronic devices. This is just your skill to tinker. Tech you can use to break, use, jury rig mechanicals. Yeah, so it wouldn't be manipulate. Create. Bonus effects. What you need. Okay, so for program tech, there's no questions here. What you need in order to create something. That's not what you're doing. When you have what you need, you'll roll to overcome the trouble of actually. Alright, I think I can just give you a direct result, and with 3 successes, you're definitely going to get what you need. So, it's not hard for you to start digging, following the roots, the sources, narrowing down where you know Tamara's family lives. Being one of the wealthier families, they have a house high up on the hill that was well away from the floodwaters, and they're situated near a lake, and the line runs into their neighborhood, and you're able to source it out to her house in particular. And sure enough, they do own a home computer. And so you're able to tap into it, and not only do you tap into it, but you are not leaving any back doors for if somebody happens to try and retrace your steps, that they'll be able to find out that you did it. You're in here scot-free. What in particular are you looking for now that you have access to this home computer?
Anything on either a party that happened or something that happened during the weekend, just in those couple day time span. If there's any emails, messages, documents uploaded.
Well, unfortunately, since this was the 90s, saving pictures on a computer was not something that really happened. You would be able to find that with the basic access of the internet. We'll even say that this is like the start of shitty web pages and things. There's no MySpace or anything like that exists this early into the 90s, but there would have been a message board that was up and running.
An AOL chat room?
Yeah. Well, not even an AOL chat room, but like just a full-on message board where the popular kids can leave correspondences for each other, and come in and check at least once a day or respond. It wasn't really just a what was it called? IRC, whatever, like the original.
Yeah, the IIRC.
Yeah, it's not even an IRC yet, but this is just like, hey, having a party, who wants to come, next Friday, and then it'll just be, a couple other people's with their ping addresses saying, they were interested or wanted to go. There's something stuck in the back of my nostrils.
Oh.
It is just annoying, and it's making speaking very irritable.
Do you want to step away a minute?
No, because I don't think I can get it cleared just yet. Anyways, the talk on the message board, you can scroll back. It seems like they had been planning this party, and it was a big blowout party. This was the end of the summer bash that all of the cool kids were invited to. There is talk about the utensils doing a set gig there. It was BYOB, of course. And there is one post that comes afterwards, and it basically is from Sunday evening. And it basically says, "Can't believe the cops were called. Parents are pissed not getting to go skiing in the Alps in the fall."
Okay.
But that's it. There is no mention of you guys because you are not popular kids. You are beneath her.
I wish I could go skiing in the Alps again. Been there since I was little.
Maybe I'll sit there after reading the messages and that part and just... Well, we know the cops were called. So now we'd have to find out what they reported.
Can you hack into the cops?
Well, they might actually have security. It's probably not great because no one expects to hack into the cops.
I mean,
So I can give it a try. Worst case is they'll find somebody did it and they'll just cut it before they can trace it back to you. It's like, unfortunately, firewall protection is super rudimentary, except for like places like the Loop and things like that, where top secret things were at.
You try to hack the Loop when you were younger?
I may or may not have.
Okay,
that remains to be seen.
I just wanted to ask.
Redacted, he says, with quotation marks.
Redacted.
In that case, yeah, he rolled, since he knows that.
Ashley's dad was both impressed and annoyed.
I am going to leave the room. I know that doesn't clear me of guilt if this gets caught, but I don't want to be in the room when it starts happening. So she's going to go to the kitchen.
It's just like, as you go, just help yourself to anything in there.
She's going to leave. She's just going to leave and get a glass of orange juice.
All right.
I would try to get at least to the most, like, just because I know there's specific places to look in the PlayStation, which is basically like the report filing. So you can find out what was filed that night.
You're trying to get into police records now?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna need another roll from you, please. And this will be another.
Oh shoot.
Tech roll, please. Oh shoot.
I could have been using my computer with dial-up item for an extra +2.
Yeah, you could have.
Computer with dial-up.
I mean, that is what you were using.
3 hours of AOL online. Woo!
Just don't call, please. I don't want to lose my connection.
Can I? No, I wouldn't do that. That'd be really funny. Calls. It's like, hey, Dad, we home later. Oh shit, he's on the computer.
I will also point out that per the rules, it does say +1 to +3. I'm just going to leave it as a static 2.
Okay. Oh, I thought it said you get a +2 for that. I'll take.
It might have been from Tails, but now it says it's a 1 to 3 depending on how powerful it's deemed. I'm just going to leave it as a static 2.
Oh, wait, does this add a 2 to the calculate roll? Or is it override it? Because if that's the case, I'll just use my regular calculate.
It's going to be another program tech.
Let's see.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, cool. Got all mushed together.
It did.
2 successes.
But it is 2 successes, which is exactly what you needed. Anytime you are doing things against adults, basically it is just a default 2 successes.
Okay.
So that is perfect. That's exactly where you needed it to be. There's no additional conditions, but it does mean that nothing bad is going to happen when you dig into these records.
Excellent.
You end up diving in and looking around through these records, BB. You end up pulling up the report from that Saturday night. It would seem that there was a noise complaint, and the police arrived to break up the party at 2 a.m. Tamara's parents were not in town, so their older brother, basically, who was of legal age, basically was fined for having alcohol on the premises with a bunch of minors. But other than that, there's really no indicators of any arrests being made. He was given a warning and a fine for, like I said, having alcohol with minors, because in this alternate 1990s, providing alcohol to minors in the 90s is much less severe than it would be today in this real world.
So then I'll signal here, come from services. Got nothing. There's no weird things on the police report. No, nothing.
That's... hold on. I'll come in from the kitchen. That's weird. I mean,
it's a bit weird that it's not
our
weird.
names included in the report, or did we what happened?
And he'll tell her the like the little police report that was filed, the arrest, all that, or the ticket and all that.
So you fill Signa in on what happened. It is a standard breakup of a wild teen party.
But but none of our names are mentioned.
Nope.
Okay. Well, I mean, what?
I don't understand, because somebody should. I didn't hear about this until we got to school.
Yeah, how did we hear about the party? Because, no offense, but we fucking suck. We are losers.
Mm-hmm. And if we're getting home because we had to run from a party and we all drunk off our asses, I'm pretty sure my sister would have grounded me into oblivion.
I mean, yeah, what happened? I'm so confused. We should talk. I'm gonna page Ashley. I'm gonna page Ashley and be like, any word from your friend. I don't know how long you can page. What does pagers do? How do pagers work? I don't know how they work.
So for pagers, they have a number, and then you can dial them in, and then you put in your number. And so basically, when you page people, it's just saying, "Hey, this number tried to call you. Call them back." When you get to a cell phone,
and you get usually I think it's 3 to 5 characters. I mean, you could have more, but your phone number counts as part of the character list to 911, so they know that there's an emergency or something important with you.
Yeah. Okay. So you basically can send code messages or leave your callback number to show that Mom was trying to reach you at work, sort of thing.
Okay, I will page Ashley with the number for BB's home if I understood how a pager works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I'll do
you punch in her pager number, and then it asks for you to input your number, and so you put in BB's home phone. And that is where we will cut. We will cut over to Ashley, who has skateboarded her way over to the to the Stillwater International Airport, because this shitty small town could still at least afford to have an airport. It's probably not an international airport, but it's probably one of those shitty smaller ones that would have a connecting flight from somewhere more important. But being the 90s, you are able to walk in through the main doors because there is no such thing as TSA or security that monitors these things, because nobody has thought about crashing a plane into buildings to incite terror and panic on people. Simpler times.
There was a bunch of people who stole planes, though.
Yeah, planes still got stolen. That was very much a thing that happened, but
want a free vacation to Cuba? Get on a plane.
Don't fly to Africa. Still,
get on a plane and make sure there's an angry dude. No, just make sure there's an angry guy. You probably end up in Cuba eventually.
But you are able to basically get to where the flights are unloading, and there is the screen that has the display of all of the expected arrivals and times. And when you swung by your house, of course, you had everything written down because you had expected this arrival to come in today after school. It said, it had Rindis's information that the flight from France would be arriving at New York, and then it would connect and come in to this airport this afternoon, and you hopefully made it early.
I'd probably hold up the little note and look for the flight number.
Give me a roll. This is gonna be a It doesn't need to be a roll. It's very obvious looking at the thing. You were able to decipher and piece together with the information that was given. The flight had arrived on time. It shows on time, gate 5, and you're standing outside of this gate, and you're seeing that people are disembarking from it. And as you're watching, the last few passengers start to trickle out of the plane, and there is no sign of a redhead.
I'm gonna flip the note over. Is there a date on the back?
Not on the back.
Front?
On the front, it was marked for today.
And it says
Monday, 4 p.m.
I blame ghosts.
Darn ghosts.
Alright. Any of the passengers, anyone I recognize at all?
Roll me a contact heart.
One success.
Ooh.
As you're watching and looking, you end up recognizing... You don't recognize somebody getting off the plane that looks like somebody you know, but there is somebody who works at the airport that sticks out to you. Who is this person, and what is their relationship to you that causes them to be memorable? I'm gonna make you give some information.
So I get to create an NPC.
Yes.
Okay. They are... Kelly.
What does Kelly look like? How old are they?
I want to say they're an adult, probably mid-20s. Very kind of not straight-laced, but proper, but also kind of but also friendly, because they got to be friendly and patient in this job. I probably know them because probably know them because the redhead who passed through really flirted with them.
That's a bit too direct. I
Is it?
want to know how
Okay.
you know them.
How I know them. Okay. We are neighbors.
Neighbor. All right. Okay. So, you approach Kelly. She is dressed in an airline's representative suit. It's a blue outfit, matching skirt, nice heels. They're in their mid-20s, short blonde bob cut, painted lips, and she says, "Oh, Ashley, hey, what can I help you with?"
I was supposed to pick someone up on this flight, and I handed her the note.
Oh, out of Gate 5. They just arrived. Are you sure you didn't miss them?
I didn't see anyone I recognized.
Okay. Go ahead and give me some more information, and I can probably help as best I can.
She's redhead, has square glasses. Probably wearing the big red sweater that they like. I don't know if they are though. Kind of palish skin.
Okay. Can you give me
French?
Okay. Any more information? Name, age, things like that?
Renus LaRusso.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to make a call, see if anybody might know anything. And she reaches down, pulls out a phone, and it's at this time that your pager starts to buzz at your hip. And you see that BB's number comes up.
Okay.
Do you handle that now, or do you wait while she's on the phone?
I don't have a cell phone.
No, but payphones exist.
I'll wait.
You'll wait?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. So she stays on the phone, and her tone gets very low as she's speaking. And after about a minute or so, she hangs up the phone, and the expression on her face is that kind of forced smile that looks like she's about to deliver some bad news, but wants to try and keep it positive to not cause any more duress. And she says, I just got off the line with New York International. They confirmed that your friend's description, and they confirmed that her ticket was confirmed and used to get onto the plane. So I don't know where she might be now.
Did they say it was dated for today?
Yeah, no. They, she got on the plane this morning. The flight left at 8 a.m.
I'm sorry, I'm at a loss.
Do you want me to call around some more? Maybe I can find something else out?
If you can, maybe I'll hang around and I'll keep an eye out. Maybe I'll notice her.
All right, sure. Give me just a moment. I'll make some more calls.
Okay.
And she picks up the phone again, and she looks like she's very, very eager to get away from this conversation, seeing how it's affecting you. And she picks up the phone and starts making some more calls. Do you do anything else while she's on the line?
Inwardly panic and go back to that flight area and look around for a minute. And after I look around, I'm guessing I'm probably not going to see anyone.
Yeah, you spend some time wandering around, and you're checking the baggage claim and all the people who are there. All of the passengers that had gotten off that plane have pretty much grabbed their luggage and have started making their way out. You don't see anybody that matches the description of who you're looking for.
I'm going to... go up to the plane that's docked. They're probably not going to let me on, are they?
This is the 90s. They might.
That's fair. So I'll probably go up to whatever gate guard is there.
Gate guard.
Gate guard.
Yeah, so you go up to the information desk where the flight attendants are usually the ones who check the tickets, and the cleaning crew has already gone through and they're making their sweep and pass. But this is another woman. She has dark hair. It's tied back. And she's wearing whatever insignia belongs to the airline that would have flown the plane out here. And she looks and she says, "Can I help you, miss?"
One of the passengers, Rentis Show, they confirmed that her ticket had on this plane had left New York before arriving here. She was on the plane, but I didn't see her get off.
Make me a heart charm roll, please.
Yeah, one success.
That is not going to be enough.
I'm going to tick scared.
Going to tick scared. All right. So go ahead and re-roll.
Yeah. Shit.
Okay. So when you start to explain to her what's going on, the panic sets in your voice, and this is only going to be like a partial success. So when you start explaining what's going on, she kind of has that moment of realization, and she says, I'm sorry, I don't know how to break this to you. You were here to pick them up. They were a friend of yours?
Yeah.
She was arrested when the plane landed.
Arrested?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. And I just turn around and start. I probably instinctively start heading for the door, but I'm gonna stop and go to the payphone.
All right. And who do you dial with the payphone?
I will call BB's house.
All right. BB.
Mm-hmm.
Have you disconnected from the internet yet?
Yeah, probably after they sent that and not having found anything, he's just like, whatever, I'll check something later.
I don't get to ear blast Ashley with dial-up. Okay. Your home phone, it gives the bring bring.
I'll go over and pick it up. Hello?
BB, it's Ashley.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Is your friend there?
No. It sounds like they were arrested. I'm gonna head down to the police department real quick.
Yeah, okay. I'll let Signa know.
Alright. Did you all find anything?
Nothing important. It's just like message board of the party and that the police had to come. And then just read the police report. There's nothing weird in any of it.
Did you happen to leave an anonymous message saying, "Hey, did you hear Ashley got the gunks?"
What?
That Ashley got the what?
The gunks. Look, nobody has to know. It doesn't have to be a thing, but it will start some crazy rumors.
I mean, do you want me to do that?
You don't have to.
I can.
Wait,
It wouldn't be
I'm
hard.
sorry. I didn't mean to say Ashley. I'm thinking
Tamara?
Tamara?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be hard. I could just put that on the post. I think it's one of the other people from the party.
Yeah, if you want to say Tamara got the gunks.
Sure, why not? Because
All
until we
right,
figure
BB.
something else out. Can't do much else.
So, BB, you'll have to jack back in after this phone call, but if you want to do that, I need you to make another program tech roll for me. Or make a program tech roll.
Go, computer boy, go.
Would you like to...
All those 5s.
Would you like to take a condition and re-roll? Or do you want to have like a really bad hacked insert into this conversation that would not look very believable?
I mean, it'd be even funnier because then people would be wondering who the hell put this really fake post up, and everyone would be yelling at each other.
So you want to
no one would think the dork did it.
Yeah, no one would think the computer kid did it.
Damn it. I'll take a... exhausted.
Alright. Go ahead and
He's tired.
It's been a long day.
Hacking's hard work. Spend a fucking virus and wait.
All those numbers, no success.
You are down 1 die on that one, though. You can roll 1 more.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have any successes from the first one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, do you just re-roll the number that you did?
You would re-roll the failed amount, but you didn't have any successes, so... Oh, never mind. You lost one because of the condition. I see what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, no, this doesn't pan out then. So you leave a very weird and obvious message. There's none of the popular kids slang in your thing, and it's like, howdy do, fellow popular kids. Did you hear about the gooks that got splurged into Tamara? I heard she was making the tchotchkes with the football team.
It's some old man energy there, man.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It wasn't. It's not very good or believable, and you are like, okay, send. This probably isn't gonna work, and you get an immediate response. There is just like a little pop-up that just says, this message has been flagged by the admins, and it's like, this message has been removed. Your IP has been banned.
Damn. It's okay. I can get another person's IP later.
Yeah.
Don't we'll look over and be like, what'd you do? What'd you get wrong? Doesn't look good.
Not hip with those weirdos, so they have their own slang they keep using. I don't know anything.
You could have just put the words, I heard Tamara got the gook. The gooks. Whatever it was.
Got the gooks.
If you don't make it sound like it's anything from them, they're not going to believe it's one of them.
You could have just put the sentence that was said to you and didn't put, I want you to type it. The tchotchkes?
First off, do you know how hard it is to spell that word? I had to use a dictionary like 3 years ago just to figure it out.
I'm very impressed. I don't know what that word means, but I don't think... I think you could have just put the sentence you were told.
Look, okay, it's okay. I'll just use another IP later.
Just change your IP.
More believable.
Perhaps don't... Never mind. Perhaps don't
just don't use weird mumbo jumbo. Got it.
I meant like
Don't
the same.
Don't use the weird.
Don't put the same rumor. Like do a different rumor. I don't know.
I'll think of something. There's at least 2 other things that stuff will do to you. That's bad. That isn't just death. So I'll think of something.
All right. Well, what are we going to do? Do you want to go to the police station to see Ashley, or do you want to? I don't know.
Yeah, probably would be good because there's nothing else we can do till we figure out, what's going on with that.
Do you want to head to the police station?
A bit tired. Probably wait till at least tomorrow.
Okay. I'm gonna leave you to do whatever it is you do. And I'm gonna go to the police station.
Okay.
See our friend.
I said I'd go with you.
Do you want to
So
come?
you guys are heading to the police
Sure.
station as well, then?
Okay. Sure, yeah. I'll head over.
All right.
Who gets there first, the moped or the skateboard?
I imagine since she headed off first, you guys are going to get there relatively at the same time, just to keep it easy. So, Ashley, you leave the airport skateboarding down. BB and Cigna, you guys ride the moped, and
I give BB a helmet.
you give BB a helmet because helmets are
Absolutely. Cool. She's safety first.
Safety first.
Exactly.
And you wouldn't forgive yourself if something bad happened to him.
And I know eventually you're going to be like, roll a thing to make sure you don't crash, and then he'll have a helmet and he won't die. Ha.
You don't want anything bad to happen.
Exactly.
Look, I wouldn't die from hitting my head, but if I rolled down the hill and broke my neck, the helmet could save me anyway.
Yep. So, you guys basically reach the front doors to this police station at the same time. What's the plan once you've met up? Are you gonna fill them in on what you found out, Ashley?
Yeah, I'll let them know as we're walking in.
And so you're up to speed now, the two of you.
Well, that sucks. Does she get arrested a lot, or no?
Depends. I'm just walking right in.
It's like, it does? Alright, so Ashley walks in. I imagine the two of you follow. Being a small town, and a small town increasingly down on its luck, the police force probably doesn't consist of more than, generous 10 officers. The same officer works behind the desk. There's a sheriff that heads the entire force, and, the rest are deputies that work their own areas of the beat, and they usually don't have any problems outside of, the trouble kids being shoplifters or the town drunk doing something that he's not supposed to. But when you arrive, the officer behind the desk kind of looks at Ashley first and is like, "What did you do now?"
It wasn't me this time, I swear. I'm just looking for a friend.
A friend?
Yeah, redhead, glasses, French.
Redhead, glasses, French. And he puts down his donut because it's the 90s. And looks over his shoulders and he goes, "Frank, did you pick up any redheads?" "What? No. Nobody's in the cells." He kind of turns and looks back at you and he says, "Look, kid, we've got a lot of important work to do right now." And he picks his donut back up, takes a bite.
She was supposed to come in on the flight today. I did not see her there. When I spoke to the people that work there, they said that she had arrived, but that she was arrested.
Have you considered sex trafficking?
Are you serious?
Well, it's a probability. Chances are, if we didn't arrest her, it could have been something serious. You said she was French, right?
Yeah.
Is she, I don't know, oh God, what's the word that kids are using nowadays? Is she a socialist sympathizer?
No.
Okay. Is she a...
She's just a college student.
You're certain she's not a socialist then?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if she's a foreign national, we wouldn't really have jurisdiction to arrest her. There was this movie we saw a while back. Usually foreign nationals have diplomatic immunity, so they usually get picked up by feds.
Where in town can I find feds?
Kid, I have no idea. I can make some calls and see. The polite thing to do if any federals are operating in the area is to let us know so we don't, cross wires. But they would have overriding jurisdiction.
Yeah. If you can, Mark, that would be really helpful.
Okay, sure. And he calls back again. And he's like, Sheriff? And after a moment, Sheriff Sampson steps out. And Ashley, you would remember Sheriff Sampson, formerly Officer Sampson, a African American male. He's if we had to put an actor who would play him, it would be the man who played Carl Winslow from Family Matters. Heavy set, black, nice mustache, short hair, but he's dressed more of a northeastern, heavy coat. There's like he still wears like cowboy hat for some reason, even though he's not in the Midwest. But he likes the idea of being a northeastern sheriff, and so he's just like, Ashley, huh?
Hey, Samson.
And the officer at the desk goes, Did any feds call by and say they were making a pickup at the airport? He kind of thinks and scrunches his nose, and he says, No, they would have called us and let us know if something was going down, so we could have assisted or at least kept the area clear. I'm sorry, Ashley. I can make a call, but I don't think we're gonna get anything that's gonna indicate that your friend was picked up by actual feds.
Alright. Thanks.
Do you still want me to call?
Yes, please.
Oops, that was the wrong button. Boop. Just hit all the cameras. There we go. And so he picks up the phone and he makes a call, and there's the couple seconds of waiting. And he says, "Yeah, hi. This is Sheriff Sampson of Stillwater Police Department. We've got a missing individual that was supposed to be on a flight that arrived at the airport today, and we were told that they had been arrested by some feds. Are you all operating in the area right now?" Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. I understand. All right. Thank you very much, ma'am. Yes, you too. Goodbye. And he hangs up the phone. And he says, So, have you considered sex trafficking? I'm not saying that it's a possibility, but it's very easy for somebody to be posing as a officer. It happens all the time, unfortunately. Usually it's roadside things. There was that whole murderer. He would dress as a patrolman and kidnap people and murder them. Not saying that your friend has been murdered, but
yeah, this is kind of freaking me out a little. If you can try to keep an eye out for her. And I imagine I probably have. Like, do people like carry like little photographs on them? I don't know if they do.
Yeah, absolutely. Wallet photos were very important.
I probably have like a like one for every friend.
Mm-hmm.
I probably take.
You open the wallet and it just flips out and it's got a bunch of little pictures of everybody.
Yeah, I'll take one that looks like.
For the camera's sake, when you open it up and it takes out the pictures, there's a portrait of a very young-looking Olwen. Probably would have been taken before she was sent to the psychiatric ward for her own mental health. There is a picture of your sister, Hayden. There's a picture of your mom and your dad, your stepfather together. There is a picture of William Buxley Jr., all nerded up with his glasses and a bow tie. There is a picture of Barry flexing with his good arm and his robot arm next to a trash can looking R2-D2 type robot girl with a bow on her head. There is a picture of... damn it, I've lost my notes. There was a picture of... Frost, what was the name of the other kid, the troublemaker?
Oh, God. I'm trying to remember, because they always call me BJ.
Yeah, I looked back on it.
Was it Jason?
Jason, yes,
Jason,
it was.
yeah.
It was, because I was watching the episode earlier today, and I wrote down the names, and Sam and Max called him JC Boy. To make fun of him. Yeah, that was what I remembered. Okay, yes, it was Jason. You have a picture of him, and Ashley, you know that most of these kids have moved away with the incident. Your old cul-de-sac had been flooded, so a lot of the families packed up and left. But there is also the picture of Rindis, the redhead. It's more of a orangish ginger, green eyes, glasses. And it would have been taken a few years ago after you had just met them. And you take it out and you hand it over to them?
Yes.
Okay. And they say, all right, we'll put out an APB and we'll try and find them. We'll keep you posted as well in case anything happens.
Thanks. And I just kind of like walk out with my head down, looking just...
But Signa, you also notice that there's no picture of you in that wallet.
She doesn't think about that.
Just want to drive that home real quick.
She doesn't think about that.
There's no BB either, though. So to be fair,
She didn't notice there was no BB.
Wow, thanks.
If I hadn't had, but we've known each other for a year.
Yeah, a year.
Wouldn't I have one by then?
All right, I'm going to pose a very important question to the both of you.
It was like 8 months, okay?
I'm going to pose a very important question to the two of you. Have you gone to a picture booth together in the mall?
I mean, probably, if that's a thing.
Yeah, probably at least once during the, right before school came back.
Ashley, did you go to a picture booth in the mall?
She's gonna be like, no, I was actually doing stuff.
Yeah, after all that, yeah, I know. Probably, but I probably don't look like I'm focused if it was during the summer.
Then there is probably a photo that exists. It would have been one of those the old picture booths. They take a series of pictures, and so it's you, Signa, trying to cheer her up by getting pictures, and you're making goofy faces,
and
that's
Ashley exactly what it is
zoned out and not going along with it very well. And you notice that it's not in her wallet. It's probably hanging on a mirror or somewhere in their room, but it's not there. Mm-hmm. You have your copy somewhere, probably very close, near and dear to your heart.
In the wallet already.
but Ashley's isn't there. But she has this picture of this redhead.
Yep. So she's again not thinking about that, and as she kind of walks by, she's gonna kind of stand up a little bit straight, look the desk sergeant in the eye, and go "Skitol gris," and walk out.
Does he speak?
The desk sergeant kind of looks. No, the desk sergeant kind of looks at the sheriff, and he's like, "I don't speak Norwegian."
She fumes more as she hears that. And for those of you at home, that means asshole pig.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
But I go outside the police department and I just scream.
You okay? You seem a little.
No, I'm not okay. I don't remember what happened to me 2 days ago, 1 day ago. I just have little blips and images, and then when I go to and then she was at the party, but I was supposed to pick her up at the airport. I don't know what's happening.
It's all like weird and backwards feeling.
Yeah, this is some like. I don't know, weird time shit. Cause did the loop do that? Could it do that? Could it fuck with time? I don't know what it does.
Technically, yes.
So is it fucking with time now?
Technically, yes.
I mean, who knows? Ever since everything went wonky, it could be just random time things going on. We'd never know about it.
Sounds horrific.
Usually,
I don't want to wake up a baby.
Like, weird anomalies like that don't usually like happen all over an entire city.
Well, not over a city, but we're the only ones with the problem, so maybe it affected us because we were somewhere.
Yeah, actually, it's a good point. It would affect everyone else. What is us?
And they all remember it.
I don't know. Fucking whoever's in charge now, could they have grabbed your friend? Like people at the loop?
If they did, it's probably because they've got some kind of creature problem and want her opinion.
That opens up a lot of questions. What? Is she an expert on monsters? What the fuck?
Yes.
You can be an expert on monsters?
Yes.
Monsters? Okay. Okay. Monsters are real?
It's apparently called cryptozoology. I've personally only ever seen crazy robots.
Okay. No. We're going back. There are monsters in the loop? I know the weird robots.
I haven't seen any.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't normally see monsters.
Okay, so your friend studies monsters.
Yes.
Okay. Why does she study monsters?
She will. Just don't say monsters to her face. She will say they are cryptids. I don't know. She likes it.
Should we call the? Now, if they like arrested her, that would be doing it illegally. Do they have jurisdiction to arrest people? Can a company have jurisdiction to arrest you?
No.
I'm sure BB has a different opinion.
If they took her, it's because they want something to be very hush-hush.
How do you... Okay.
They don't want anyone to know about said creature.
Okay. How okay. Okay. So we know nothing, and our only lead is either according to the cops, sex trafficked, murdered by a fake cop, or maybe arrested by a fake cop, not to murder, but to get their expertise on a potential monster that's loose in our town.
Those are all probabilities, yes.
I will say, if it is sex trafficking, that's not going to last long, because she will find some way to be on top. Don't think about it.
Yeah, probably is good not to think about it.
So what's our plan? Because I still want to find out what the fuck. I can't remember a day.
I don't know. I don't know if these are connected, or it doesn't seem like they would be.
Be even worse if it wasn't connected.
Yeah, then that's just like a time thing that just happened, and then not related to the fact we can't remember it, like someone who can't remember it, and also a time thing, which is fucking terrifying. I'd say we should go, and I don't know. Okay, maybe check out like the loop, like some of their shit, see what's going on, see if they're like being weird or something. I don't know.
They won't let anyone into the loop.
I know that.
I would say I could probably pop in a couple days to look around in their stuff, but I don't know what they've done to upgrade since they got bought out.
I don't think that's a good idea. I didn't like you hacking the police, let alone you hacking the loop.
If it's not...
Passing by police officers like, you did what?
No. Nothing. Swedish words.
Hacking means fishing.
Port. Yeah. In Sweden, we call him the Norwegian chef. It's actually true, by the way.
If it's not the police and it's not the feds, then it has to be Krafta.
Does Krafta have like a regional office nearby?
It would
like
be,
a
it would be the remnants of the Loop Foundation, in fact.
Oh, is it safe to go there? Is it all full of cancer water?
It is closed to the public.
Is it full of cancer water?
The outskirts are.
Okay.
There may, in fact, be ways to get in.
Yes.
But, given that we are unfortunately out of time, what we end up having happen, as you all are standing on the sidewalk outside of this police station, discussing what to do next and where to go from here, a car pulls up onto the side in front of you all, and the window rolls down, and there is a woman there wearing sunglasses, which she lowers and reveals a pair of green eyes, and behind you see that she has red hair. This is not Brindis LaRusio, but it is an older looking college woman who leans in and says, "Get in." And then the credits start.
No. Signa just starts squeaking because she doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Just starts squeaking in Swedish. Panic Swedish noises.
Panics in Swedish.
Yeah.
Panic noises, panic noises, panic noises.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Oh, actually, pause that, because we didn't technically do this during the mini-series because leveling up didn't matter, but this is going to be a fairly long-term game. There is actually a way to do experience in this game.
Oh.
Yes, is it the experience bar at the bottom?
Yeah, it is, but there are questions. It kind of runs like Scum and Villainy, in which there are questions I get to ask you all.
Yeah, what page?
That is a great question. I'm going to find it.
65.
65. You are on top of things today.
Hey.
Did you murder anybody? No.
Did
Damn.
you murder anyone?
I mean, yeah.
No serial killer experience.
But not in the game.
Here's how we do this. At the end of the session, the GM will distribute experience points, XP, to the teams. These can be used to raise skills. It costs 5 experience to raise a skill by 1 level. and 5 is the maximum level that any skill can be. So there's more on experience in Chapter 6. So
Wonderful.
It actually wasn't that one. It was a misdirect.
Fantastic.
So let's see here.
Chapter 6, the mystery.
I pulled the warrior card.
And don't look too deeply into all that there, Shay. I don't want you to dig into any GM stuff there.
Okay.
Let's see here.
I just also want to say this music has been amazing for background ambience.
Yeah, this was found on the fly, and it was called. There was a couple of different options. There was like generic 90s for use in commercials, and it just sounded too upbeat. But this was just cyberpunk synthwave, so royalty free though, which is great.
Heck yeah!
Off topic. Let's find those questions. Scenes for everyday life.
Just send me a link to some of the Cyberpunk synthwave. I have a project I'm working on that I need some future
I
music.
will absolutely do that. There are 2 different ones that I use for these shows that are really good, so I'll send you their channels.
Thank you.
That's the
And they're hard to find royalty-free music before. It's definitely a challenge in its own right.
It's always hard because you find something you like and then it's like it's been flagged and it's like no. Okay. So you have 5 questions to go over every session, which will determine if there's any experience. After the mystery or the session, if the mystery continues. Okay, so basically we actually do this at the end of mysteries, but I'm gonna kind of do it a little differently because mysteries can be multi-episode spanning, but everybody can at least get away with 1 experience, which is fine. So the first question, and we'll just go down the list for all 5 questions, each person, and then we'll move to the next one. So Ashley, did you participate in the session?
Yes.
Each team present always gets at least 1 experience.
Yay.
Did your problem or relationships get you in trouble?
Kind of.
I need a yes or a no.
Yes.
Go ahead and explain how.
My memory.
You have to keep in mind that problem is with a capital P, and so is relationships.
Okay.
So Ashley's
Conflict with. Oh, you mean like the?
Yes, it is the problem with a capital P.
Right.
Did your problem get in the way?
I feel like yes, because there's someone in a car saying "Get in."
Get in, losers. We're going shopping. Yeah.
Hey,
okay.
let's go.
I'll say that counts. Were you broken and forced to take a scar? And broken and scar are both capitalized.
No.
All right. Did you put yourself in harm's way to resolve the mystery?
I probably got the attention of this person. I don't know.
No. The answer is no. You were not in harm. You
All
were
right.
not in any danger.
Mm-hmm.
Did you learn something new? If so, what?
I learned that something is really, really fucked up.
You learned that you don't have any memory from 2 days ago?
I learned that I don't have any memory from 2 days ago, and I learned that who I'm supposed to pick up is not there, but they were there before they were there.
A redhead was there.
Oh. Okay.
Take 2 experience. Moving
Did
on
a
to
stranger
BB.
make it with an underage person?
BB.
Whoa.
Did you participate in the session?
I'll have to go back and look at the video.
I'll have to check the video. Did your problem with a capital P or relationships with a capital R get you in trouble with a capital T?
No, not yet.
All right. Were you broken and forced to take a scar? Broken and
No.
scar are both capitalized. Did you put yourself in harm's way to resolve the mystery?
Not enough to matter, I guess, because you can get in trouble for hacking, but no one's traced it back to him yet.
It's true.
I don't think it's even a crime yet. It's the
Yeah.
90s.
Also, really hasn't resolved the mystery yet either. Did you learn something new? And if so, what?
Yes, that none of us can remember it, but everybody else can for some reason. And a supposed friend who was at the party arrived today.
Mm-hmm.
Which means they can either teleport or time travel.
Why not both? Alright, so go ahead and take 2 experience as well.
Yes.
Signa,
Yo,
did you participate in the session?
I mean, I did some shit and it happened, so
All
technically.
Right. So yeah, you will always at least get 1 for showing up.
Cool.
Did your
Okay with that.
Did your problem or relationship, capital P, capital R, get you into trouble, capital T?
I got insulted but I don't think that counts as capital T trouble, so I'm going to say no.
All right. Were you broken with a capital B and forced to take a scar with a capital S?
No.
Did you put yourself in harm's way to resolve the mystery?
I mean, she drove a moped. That's not very smart.
I mean, you wore a helmet though, so you weren't really in harm's
but she's
way.
also.
I didn't wear a helmet when I rode my skateboard.
Safety first. We're already done with your
Damn it.
experience. Did you learn something new, and if so, what?
That monsters are real, and it's freaking the fuck out, and that maybe time travel's real.
I was hoping you were gonna say that
Yes.
that baby's sister is hot.
Well, yeah, but she's not thinking about that.
She was.
She's
though.
pointedly not thinking about that beautiful woman.
Oh no, she's hot. It's
That
just her
means-
reaction to
That
every
means
woman.
that means she is thinking about that woman.
Yep. All right. So everybody has 2 experience for this first session. Great job. Nobody died.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So that's going to be where we wrap up with the cliffhanger. The theme song, of course, kicks in, starts rolling the credits, and we end our session here. Let's go ahead and jump over to anybody who might be currently playing.
Yeah, let's use it online.
Hooray!
I know Swindler's Den already finished.
We didn't have a. Oh
There was
no,
a
we were
recap
on
going on.
Yes. Yeah, we had our campaign finished. For Fandover, so we had a little after show. I forgot about that.
Perception Studios is just hanging out. So Penny for a Tale might still be on for a little while. So we will go over to Mitch's channel, where Mitch isn't actually playing, but it's his channel. So we'll go ahead and raid them anyways, because they are playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So give them some love, say hi, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Oh God, there's more stuff to do. I have to work tomorrow, so I'm just groaning exhaustion. We'll see you guys. Say hi to Penny for a Tale. Bye-bye.